Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Southern Tea. It's the girl Lady J, back to bring you my commentary, okay? I know I've been gone for a few days, okay? I had to get some things in order, but you know how it is, okay? You know how it is. Like I say, this is what I just do for a hobby as a pastime. I like talking to y'all, I like fucking with y'all, giving y'all my commentary. So before I get into my video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, comment, share, and baby, you already here, so subscribe to the channel. 2 cents on is Cardi B, because there has been a couple of things I want to talk about as it pertains to Cardi that I have just seen over the past week alone. So the first thing that I have seen that I want to talk about is Cardi B and this whole Nori from Drink Champ situation, because Nori earlier over the weekend basically came out to admit that Cardi B hit him up and told him to, chill out with asking the whole Nicki versus Cardi B questions on his show Drink Champs. Because if you don't know, Nori is a co-host on the show Drink Champs, and he is notoriously known for always asking the celebrity guests, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people have been saying Nicki Tanya, but I mean, what else would you expect? Okay, so this is what was said.
B. I'll leave it on this. And Cardi, what's up, Melissa? How you doing? What's up, y'all? All right, cool.
What up, Cardi? I don't want no beat.
Yeah, so when I had the conversation with Cardi B, she kind of like revealed things that I was doing on the show that it made her think I were dissing her. Because what happens is this. We have a part of our show called Quick Time with Slime.
I know. That's
and
my
then Quick
favorite.
Time with Slime,
That's when you get in trouble.
All I'm trying to do is get you to fucking drink. That's it. So I'm sitting there. I definitely got the evil eye. So it was crazy because the same conversation I had with Cardi B was the same conversation I had with Little Kim and Foxy. Mm. It was almost identical. And I realized, one, I'm not playing with females at all, ever again. I apologize. Women, y'all got my whole ears. Apologize. I did not know what I was doing. And when Cardi told me how sometimes these questions is different when you ask it for females, I didn't realize that. Just because I'm not a female. And I actually, because I don't feel sorry for nobody famous.
Now, most notably, rest in power to Takeoff, but most notably, about a week before Takeoff was unfortunately murdered, him and Quavo did appear on an episode of Drink Champs, and Nori did ask this question, and to a lot of people's surprise, the Migos chose Nicki Minaj. Some people were expecting them to say Cardi B out of, I guess, loyalty to Offset, since she's basically family, but they didn't choose her, so that just added more fuel to the rumors about Offset being on the outs with, the other Migos. So a lot of people, including myself, feel as if this is what prompted Cardi to hit Nori up and be like, yo, cut it, okay? Cut the shit. But honestly, are we really surprised? Because isn't Cardi known for always hitting up these hosts and owners of these blogs and podcasts and YouTube channels when they report on something or say something she don't like or could look semi-controversial for her? So at this point, to me, it's like a pattern for Cardi. Like, baby, you can't go around thinking you can control a goddamn soul. People gonna say and do shit you don't like all the time. You gotta stay focused on the things you can control, because people ain't one of them. And it's not a good look for you. It screams insecure, if you asking me. I'm sure if people were choosing Cardi over Nicki, she would not even have bothered putting in that phone call. But let me know what y'all think about it down below. Now, speaking of Cardi, the Grammys was this past weekend, and so was the little Clive Davis shindig he throw just about every year before the Grammys. So Cardi got up on that stage and gave some little type of speech of some sort. I don't really know if she was presenting someone with something or what the fuck she had going on, or if they asked her to get up there and say something, or what they asked her to say or do. I don't know, but she got her ass up there in front of all them white folk and told her label that she wanted a bigger budget for her upcoming album and music video. Child, take a listen.
First of all, I have to say that I'm not making this beautiful speech tonight about Craig and Julie because I want them to give me a bigger budget for my new album and my next music video. I'm here tonight because I want to thank them for believing in me. When I signed to Atlantic 6 years ago, other labels were lowballing me, and not giving me what I thought I deserved.
Now, let me know what you think about it down below. I mean, personally, I think it's some truth in behind them shits and giggles, okay? So, hell, girl, you know you telling the truth. And it makes sense because not too long ago, Cardi B was all on social media asking people to send her beats and shit. And her right-hand man, Brooklyn Johnny, as it pertains to her music career, has been posting Cardi all up on his stories in his studio. And, you know, despite her saying she don't like to be posted in the studio. And about a week or two ago, he mentioned on his Instagram story that he wanted managers of artists, of unsigned artists, to send him the song that makes them, the managers, believe in their artists. So now keep in mind, Cardi done already said her album rollout date was set and her album was done. But if you asking for beats and you got your A&R guy asking, you know, managers to send them the best songs of their unsigned artists so y'all can listen and shit and get back with them, it definitely feels like Cardi really does need a bigger budget. I mean, we seen how Hot Shit did on the charts. It did just that, Hot Shit. It did nothing. It did nothing for Cardi, and I think that put a strain on Cardi's budget as it pertains to the label, and you know it's affecting her album rollout because she always wanted to do these big ass, elaborate ass music videos and visuals, you know, to compensate for the lack of talent. And then on top of that, when Hot Shit did drop, remember she was always talking about, oh, I'm not really going to be promoting and all like that. I'm not really going to go all out like I usually do. Almost as if it was to compensate for knowing it probably wouldn't do too well, you know, because it was an old ass 2-3-year-old ass song. So, you know, I definitely feel like she masked this as a joke, but I really do feel like she wants a bigger budget because we already know she's scared to drop because she's allegedly waiting for the greatest female of all time to drop before she tests the waters again. But that's just some speculation. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below. Now, speaking of the Grammys, there is currently something going on behind the scenes as it pertains to Offset and the Prince family, and apparently now Cardi B. So shit really hit the fan when news got out about Quavo and Offset. You know, apparently they had a little bit of straightening to get going on, allegedly. So allegedly they had a little tussle before Quavo took the stage to do his tribute to Takeoff. Okay, because allegedly Quavo didn't want Offset on stage with him during his tribute. So Cardi B, you know, footage has been leaked, okay, audio or whatever, of Cardi B being heard on video yelling at the top of her goddamn lungs, telling these niggas that both of them is wrong for whatever and they need to stop the bullshit. So take a listen.
ET's cameras caught this blow up from presenter Cardi B. So what went down? It appears tensions boiled over between the remaining members of Migos, Cardi's husband Offset and his cousin Quavo.
I heard you back here settling some stuff.
The only thing I said was my outfit, honey.
So let me know what you think about that shit below. Because Jay Prince recently did an interview where people felt as if, you know, he kind of issued idle threats towards Offset, which prompted Offset to respond on a little video he posted on Instagram yesterday, where he basically said Jay Prince don't need to speak on his relationship with Takeoff. And that was his brother, and that he don't know Jay Prince from a can of paint, and that Jay Prince could have just hit his phone if he felt some type of way. Well, that didn't go too well for Offset because Jay Prince... that motherfucker responded, child. Do you hear me? Okay, he responded via audio on Instagram stories, and this is what he had to say.
This clown Offset suffering from being a fake motherfucker disease. He want to play victim now, but he was a volunteer when he spoke threats about me and my family name in his mouth about what he gonna do. Why you didn't call me to talk is the twist he want to use. Tell lies in your woman ear. I don't have time to listen to weak shit. Now you want to fake in front of a camera, trying to hide behind Takeoff mother when I've shown nothing but respect for her and family. See, boy, you acting like you a part of a family that don't really fuck with you because you're a snake. Now you don't know me from a can of paint. Let me see if I can refresh your memory. Remember we talked when you got your ass whooped in Atlanta? You forgot? Remember when you called and I came to LA and met with you because you was nervous about your wife performing because she had them issues about using the word flute? You forgot? Remember when you and Sauce Walker was beefing and you wanted me to stamp that bullshit? You forgot that too? I can go on, but I think you remember now. See, this is the reason I say blood make you kin and loyalty make you family, because of motherfuckers like you that have stuck a knife in the back of the ones you call your brother. Explain. Since you're a real ass, explain to the people the real reason why you weren't on that stage at the Grammys with Quavo, who you call your brother, for the tribute. You ain't man enough to do that because you what we call.
You know what you think about that down below. I think Offset needs to shut the fuck up, okay? Stay off the internet. But, you know, knowing who his wife is, child, I know that might be a little bit challenging for him, okay? Because it's hella challenging for her. Now, if you heard, Jay Prince did mention Cardi B, and not by name, but he said Offset called him because he was worried about the safety of his wife when she went to LA because she used a word that was disrespectful to the Crips. And I remember the game intervening and making a comment, and so did Nipsey, rest in power to Nipsey. But I more so remember Nipsey making a comment about it because, you know, he was more about unity and, you know, he tried to, you know, save Cardi a bit. Now, Cardi must have caught wind because she took her ass up on Twitter per usual, and she let off some tweets in regards to this audio that Jay Prince put out. So she said, big lies. Someone responded and said, you be set tripping and forgot Jay Prince had to help you feel safe in LA? Where was the lie? To which Cardi responded and said, never. Tell him to show receipts. Only people that was there was Wack and Big U. Why would he be calling for anything involving Crips? Whole bunch of fairy tales. Now, y'all let me know if y'all feel like them is quote unquote big lies. Because I don't know. Because we already know Offset be calling around asking for favors as it pertains to Cardi. Hit Kid and already exposed how Offset hit him up to be on Glorilla's song. So, I mean, y'all let me know what you think. I think things are getting a bit dangerous, as Cardi B likes to say. Okay, she want to call herself Miss Dangerous, but I don't get hardcore gangster vibes from Cardi B. I don't get those kind of vibes from her. She don't come across to me as a gangster. It's all like... I don't know, like it's comical to me because you had a whole YouTuber, you was crying behind a whole YouTuber claiming a YouTuber has you damn near suicidal. Like, that's not gangster, sis. It's not giving gangster. Okay, it's giving emotional gangster, child. So I think she should stay out of niggas' business and let them grown ass niggas handle that shit. They know what they got going on. She can support her nigga quietly because she did turn around and delete the tweet that she basically told Jay Prince to show receipts. My thing is, why delete it if you feel like this nigga really didn't have shit to stand on, unless your man told your ass to take this shit down with a quickness because you don't know what you're talking about because you're in a grown man's business. So let me know how y'all feel about that bullshit below. The next topic I want to get into, because I want to switch gears and get off Cardi. The next topic I want to get into was Latte Frappuccino's ass, because over the weekend people was in a frenzy because this dumbass girl when it got a married nigga's name tattooed on the back of her ear, okay? And let's keep it a bean. We all know that nigga is married. The nigga in question is 21 Savage, okay? It ain't nothing a simple Google search can't tell your ass. Hell, it ain't nothing a simple Twitter search can't tell your ass. And shout out to Black T-Blog, because if you go check out her video, she actually played the audio of 21 Savage admitting that he was happily married, okay? And if you wonder who he's married to, he is married to a woman named Kiana Abraham Joseph. And she does, in fact, have an LLC in her name, which is Kiana Abraham Joseph. And she also shares at least 2 children with 21, okay? It's photos and flicks and pics and all that good shit all over social media, so ain't no denying it. Because that nigga real name is Shia Ben Abraham Joseph. And ain't no coincidences in that, okay? So shout out to his mama, though, because she must have been very spiritual. If you know, you know. But Latte slow ass when it got this married nigga name tattooed on her. I don't give a damn why he got married. If it was to keep a green card or whatever, I don't give a damn what the reason was. He's still married. And he clearly had relations with Kiana because they have 2 whole children. Okay. And he had a relationship with her at some point. Okay. Regardless if they broke up or not and just decided to co-parent and stay married so that nigga can stay in the US of A, he is still legally married at the end of the day. So then on top of that, wasn't she just doing an interview the other week talking about she do all type of nasty shit to her nigga and she go all out for him? And when the interviewers was asking her like, oh, so you telling the ladies to go all out for they man, she talking about if it's yours, you know, only if it's yours. I got the lamb, I got the vet, You know, I'm talking about all that bullshit she was talking about if it's yours. But bitch, that nigga ain't even yours. He's married. He belonged to Kiana. Okay, so it was giving publicity stunt to me. It was giving, let me do something that'll get me trending. It's giving, I need a moment before the Grammys, because that's when all this shit went down. It was literally like a day or two before the Grammys. So that's what it was giving to me. Because how in the hell we ain't never seen this little tattoo? And now, out of all places, in a goddamn hair retouching video that your ass always uploads. Like, this ain't her first hair regimen video she's showing off, but it's the first time we're seeing this goddamn tattoo. So it just so happens to be right before the Grammys that this shit gets exposed. Like I said, ain't no coincidences. Which the stunt was kind of pointless if you ask me, because the bitch ended up losing all her Grammy nominations anyway. Not like she deserved any of them, because she is not a new artist, and ain't no way she was winning Best Melodic Rap Performance over Way For You, because that was a much better song. Okay, let's keep it a bean. Mainly because of Tim's. But Latte doing all these antics and shit, but ain't even bother mentioning or promoting that new song she got out with an artist named Black Party. That song is called Bomb. Okay, I bet y'all didn't even know that dropped a few days ago. It's called Bomb, and it's by Black Party. It's featuring Latte, but she ain't bothered promoting this shit because she too busy doing antics and shit. Okay, focus on your music that's been flopping. You done dropped like 5-6 songs in the past 6 months, and ain't now one made a lick of noise. You want to sit up here and tease this pop record, bitch? Your best bet is to put it out now. What are you waiting for? Because you clearly need a hit. So let me know what you think about it down below. So the next topic I want to move into is Doja Cat ass child. Just when I thought this girl was being a good little kitty, she back on her bullshit, baby. Do you hear me? So Doja has been pretty quiet, in my opinion, on social media, especially compared to last year, you know, because she was always responding to trolls and arguing online with strangers about their comments and opinions. You know, shit that you can't change, that's completely out of your control. You know, she basically acting like Cardi B 2.0. Anyways, you know, Doja Cat been kind of quiet, especially after, you know, she got exposed for being back in them goddamn chat rooms. But recently, she has resurfaced her little kitten tail because she chose to respond to rumors about her being in the Illuminati. Because for one, a lot of people felt like her Grammys look was a ritual and that there was a lot of symbolism going on. But this is what Doja Cat took to Twitter to say. This Illuminati shit's so funny to me. I'm keep going to do deliberate weird-ish just to make those people uncomfortable. I for real found a new outlet of joy. Playing games with people's ignorance and stupidity for my own happiness and personal gain. Let me know what you think about it. My thing is, yeah, people can be annoying and continue to beat a dead horse, but let's keep it a buck, baby girl. We not gonna sit up here and act like you ain't just had a whole Illuminati themed birthday bash a couple of months ago. Like, her whole birthday theme party down to the goddamn cake was given Illuminati. So why are you upset people think you are associated with the Illuminati? On top of that, you done out the blue shaved off your goddamn head and eyebrows trying to look like a naked mole rat, changed your whole aesthetic and put the cherry on top. You're in the industry. So, I mean, Doja, at this point, just let it go. Like, what people are saying is being said with merit, not to pick at you, but you look pressed and you're too successful to look pressed, as you know, you're looking and you're being too focused and honed in on people's opinions that you will probably never see, and people's opinions that will probably never change. So I think it's just something all these new celebrities that got to practice at some point in day and time. So, you know, let me know what you think about that down below. So moving on into my next topic, I want to get into this Candy or Katie, whatever the fuck her name is, Miss Lang. I'm gonna get into that bitch because she went on to validate what we already knew, and that was that the Grammys is nothing but a popularity ass kissing contest. Ain't shit based on talent or impact. So there was this little write up over the weekend during Grammy weekend. And apparently she is on the Grammy voting committee or whatever. And she basically said the reason why she voted for Latte's ass was because she went up against Nicki. So this is exactly what she said, word for word. I'm not going to lie. I have a soft spot for Latte. Her braggadocious flow and boisterous, dare I say, big energy is a reminder of why we need to give Southern hip hop its flowers. Also, anyone who will go toe to toe with Nicki Minaj and the Barbs on Twitter deserves a Grammy. Let me know how you feel about that. But like I said, I'm not surprised. She just confirmed what people already knew. Latte ass went up against Nicki Minaj because, you know, Latte thought she could basically put some fire and momentum behind her name and career when she went out here going up against Nicki publicly and, you know, trying to make idle comments about her on the goddamn internet to try to make Nicki appear to look a particular type of way. Okay, when the reality is Latte been out here dropping music and been flopping ever since Big Energy left the charts. Latte ass done dropped, like I said, 5 or 6 songs in 6 months and still ain't seen Billboard since Big Energy. And then she talking about a reminder of why we need to give Southern hip hop its flowers. Like, bitch, we've been acknowledging hip hop, especially Southern hip hop. It's a whole award show strictly for hip hop. So what the fuck are you even talking about, Miss Girl? Shut up. Shit. Like, this is the shit that just irritates me. It's people like this that is really on these Grammy committees and on these award show committees, and they voting for people based off of controversy and bullshit. Fuck the talent, apparently. But let me know your thoughts on that below. But moving on to something more positive as it pertains to the queen of rap, I want to get into the motherfucking queen Nicki Tanya making history, because Super Freaky Girl is now the longest charting #1 debut by a female rapper in Hot 100 history, which does surpass WAP and Up. So congrats to Onika, just, you know, casually killing shit and breaking records and making history on her day off, baby. Do you hear me? Okay? Queen been on a whole hiatus and still out here making history while the girls is scrambling, baby. So let me know how you feel about it. You know, Nicki just proves time and time again why people stay comparing these new girls to Nicki. It's not that they are up there with her for the comparison. It's really them getting compared to what they're not and what they should be striving to be, because she is, you know, she's the par. She's where they want to be. Okay. She's where they want to be, because let's keep it a buck. None of these hoes is even holding a torch like to Nicki when it comes to her lyrical diversity, her wittiness, her delivery. Like, you have to be intelligent as hell and have some type of education behind you and street smarts to understand her bars. And it's only a few rappers like that. Wayne, Nicki, Cole, Kendrick, Big Crit, Jay-Z, just to name a few, are some that have that gift. On top of that, they will actually tell you a story on top of all those other elements that they incorporate into their music. And, you know, as a person who is heavily into spoken words and poetry and literature and literary devices, it's impressive as hell. And it takes real talent, which is something a lot of these hoes is lacking. So shout out to the queen. But it don't stop there, y'all, because recently she was crowned Billboard's first power artist, which is a fan choice, by the way. But the gag is the last round came down to her and Queen B. Queen B being Beyonce, not Lil Kim, child. So it was like the Barbs versus the Beehive. And you know how big and strong the Beehive is, child. But the Barb said, not today, bitch. And the title is now given to Onika Tanya. So congrats once again to the queen making history on her off day. But what I really want to get into is this list that Billboard put out yesterday of the top 10 greatest rappers of all time. Now, before I read the list, I'm gonna just read you the list first, okay? Because I really felt like even though they got the top 10 kind of more so right, I just felt like it wasn't necessarily in the correct order. Some I would have to move to like the top 15 or top 20, because they really just don't do it for me. Like, you know, Eminem, I feel like Eminem is really talented, but he just don't do it for me. Jay-Z, I feel like Jay-Z is talented, but he really just don't be doing it for me either. I'm not, listening to Jay-Z like that. So this is the order that Billboard listed them, starting at number 10. You know, they got Nicki Minaj at number 10, Snoop Dogg at 9, Drake at 8, Wayne at 7, Biggie at 6, M at 5, Pac at 4, Nas at 3, Kendrick at 2, and Jay-Z at 1. Like I said, let me know how you feel. Now, my thoughts, they got it right for the most part, you know, but putting Nicki in the top 10, my bitch needs to be top 5. I mean, putting Drizzy before Queen Sleeves don't make sense to me when that nigga done had a couple of reference tracks leaked. Okay, let's keep it a buck. You know, Nicki been in the game just as long as Drake, and we still have yet to hear a reference track from Onika. So she definitely should be higher than Drake. She needs to be higher than Snoop Dogg. Really all them niggas on there, because she done had a record with damn near just about every nigga on that list and washed their ass every time like a wash rag, child. So here is my version of the top 10 remixed. So I feel like number 10, if they had to put Jay-Z on there, he need to be at number 10. Number 9, Eminem. Number 8, Ice Cube. 7, Drake. 6, Biggie. 5, Kendrick Lamar. 4, Tupac. 3, J. Cole. 2, Nicki Minaj. And 1, Lil Wayne. And as a matter of fact, I would probably take Jay-Z off and replace him with Andre 3000, child. Okay, that's just me. But honestly, I feel like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, Nicki and Wayne is really one and the same. I always feel like Nicki was the female version of Lil Wayne, so I was really going back and forth with who to put for number one. But that nigga Wayne catalog so goddamn long, child. I had to put him at number one. He been rapping since I was in goddamn elementary school, baby. Okay, because he ain't nothing but like, what, 10, 11 years older than me? But honestly, I feel like Wayne and Nicki is on the same level, if I'm being honest. Her being on this list, though, just goes to show exactly what we've been saying. None of these girls can be really just compared to Onika in regards to, you know, their whole career. Like, you cannot just be 2, 3, 4, 5 years, even, you know, 6, 7, 8 years in this game and think you could be compared to Onika Tanya as far as, you know, toe to toe. You know, maybe as a par or a bar to where you want to be, but her competition is niggas, not none of these rap hoes, okay? Her competition is goats, legends. Nicki is just the par, or she sets the bar for what these girls want to eventually get to. Whether they want to admit it or not, they all fans, every last one of them, including Latte and Cardinals ass. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that below. Now, the next topic I want to get into is Hot Spice, because she recently featured on a song with an artist by the name of, I think, Pink Panthers. Okay, that's her name. They recently did a collaboration called Boys Elias Part 2. And the gag is, y'all, it is expected to be in the top 20 by next week. Okay, so drop a bomb on that bitch. I need Latte Frappuccino's ass to come to the front of the congregation and let the people know why she letting this new girl on the block not only outsell her, but make more noise than her. Hot Spice's Gangsta Boo did debut on Billboard the week after it was released, and so did her EP. So she currently has a hell of a lot more views than Latte on videos they dropped around the same time, if not days apart. Latte ain't seen Billboard since 2022, and Hot Spice been on Billboard 2, 3, 4 times since the year started of 2023. So, you know, let me know how y'all feel. Hot Spice says she out here doing her thing and minding her business. Now, this song is also number 4 on Spotify as of yesterday, which is both Hot Spice and the Pink Panthers' first top 5 on the platform, which is why I've been calling the girl Hot Spice, because she's hot right now, like her or not. I mean, she's making bops that the people clearly like. They fucking with it. I just need her to, you know, go hone in on her rap skills, because I feel like over time she could definitely be better. She already got that, you know, authentic writing going on about her. That part is going good for her. You know, she writes her own shit, but now she just needs to hone in on her skills and perfect her craft, because it's still giving a little bit mediocrity. It's still giving me mediocre vibes, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna stunt. I'm really fucking with that Gangsta Boo song. Now, I will say that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fucking with that. That is a bop, and so is In Her Mood, especially in the car. Them hoes go off. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that below. So the next topic that I want to get into, y'all, is Glory Hallelujah, because she done dropped a song and video last Friday called Internet Trolls. I know, my late ass. It's been about a week. Now, I wasn't a fan of the snippet when she dropped it, and I'm not a fan of the song now that I heard it all. But what I will say is I like the concept and behind the song, and I did enjoy the video. I thought it was on point, okay, because it's a lot of these niggas who end up in jail because they doing too much of that talking on the internet. And a lot of these females be acting like they really be having their kids and want to be mother of the year. Child, them hoes take a picture and throw them babies back down and going about their business, okay? Kids got 15 missing assignments in Google Classroom and shit, and they asses be up on Instagram trying to influence some shit when they need to positively influence they slow ass kids who know more about TikTok than how to read and write and do basic ass math. So I like the concept of the song and video. However, I just don't feel like the song has any replay value over here to me. Like, it don't have no replay value like FNF or Tomorrow or Bless, like, you know, them catchy ass songs. It just wasn't catchy enough for me, and it really didn't have the it factor. But one thing I got to give it up to Glory Hallelujah for is being consistent. She ain't stopped putting out shit since she signed to Gotti. He got that girl over here working, baby. Do you hear me? He over there recouping every coin he done put into her. The only artist he really pushing over there is Moneybagg and Glory Hallelujah, because them is his cash cows. We ain't really heard shit from Black Youngster. We ain't really heard shit from Black Boy JB. We ain't really heard shit from 42 Doug. And, you know, he ain't taking none of them to the goddamn Grammys. He took Moneybagg and Glow Sticks. Okay, so it's like nowadays labels focus on one female talent, and one male talent to push. And it's kind of sad because the other artists get kind of tossed to the side. But let me know how y'all feel about that down below. Now, speaking of Glory Hallelujah, she had to take to social media to address some shenanigans because apparently a promoter claimed that he paid Glorilla 30 racks to perform at this club in Oakland. And when she came, she just basically did a little walkthrough. She didn't perform, and some fans got upset because the promoter is over here advertising it as if Glorilla's supposed to perform. And apparently a certain fan tried to get a little physical. She tried to tussle with Glory Hallelujah. Okay, she tried to put the paws on her. So I don't know if she threw her drink or tried to spit on her. Either way, out of line. Shouldn't be happening. She is a human being and an artist, bitch, and you can't be mad if she reached back and slapped the shit out your dumb ass. Okay, so this is what Glorilla took to Facebook to say. I'm so mad that I can get sued for slapping you hoes, but you still can get slapped, bitch. No way you think I'm performing when you paid for a hosting, crazy tail self. Ain't no hoe spit on shit. Ask her how her face feel. Okay, so to me that sounds like Glory Hallelujah tried to put the paws on that fan, and honestly I don't blame her because that's what it sounded like, baby, a hot ass mess. But I mean, at the end of the day, these promoters be shiesty as hell, and he probably only paid for a walkthrough and advertised it as something different to get people to come out, because he getting paid to bring the people out. And Yo Gotti did come out and defend Glorilla, and he also claimed that the promoter paid for a walkthrough, not a performance. Okay, but damn, bitch, 30 racks to walk your ass through that crowd and back out the goddamn door? Like, you could have at least got up there and said, and I'm FREE or something, bitch, and let the crowd finish the rest. Like a catchphrase or something would have been nice, bitch. 30 racks? Child. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on that below. Now, this next topic I want to touch on is going to be very brief. So apparently fans noticed that Megan Thee Stallion unfollowed Partisan Fontaine. Now, people saying it's trouble in paradise and that they're broken up. However, let me just tell you, I unfollow my nigga just about every other week because that's how much that nigga pisses me off. So this means absolutely nothing to me. And then some people believe she pregnant. So now they're saying, well, she can't be pregnant if they broke up. As if couples don't be breaking up before the baby is born all the goddamn time. Hell, where I'm from, you be lucky to see if a couple make it 2 weeks after conception, bitch. But I mean, Megan's birthday is around the corner. So if she pop out with Party, cool. That kills those rumors. But if not, it also confirms or denies nothing. Couples fuss and fight and fucking make up all the time. It ain't nothing new. I'm more interested to see how Rock Nation plans on rolling her ass back out to the public eye because she's been MIA and all the way out the way since that trial. Because a lot of people still feel as if, it's no secret. Megan got up on that stand and straight up contradicted herself more than once. And she also exposed herself being caught up in a few lies. So people have been side-eyeing Megan, and her team knows, a lot of the public is, iffy about Megan, to say the least. Not to mention, only one A-list celebrity really came out and publicly supported Megan after the trial, and that was Adele. So a lot of her peers, it looked like they ain't really fucking with her like that publicly. That says a lot. But let me know your thoughts on that below. Now, the next topic I want to get into is Sweetie and her virtual Roblox performance she will be doing at the Super Bowl this Sunday. So remember a couple of weeks ago, she posted about the Super Bowl in a little IG video of her going long and catching a ball. And she had people wondering, well, bitch, what you plan on doing at the goddamn Super Bowl? You ain't performing. We know Riri not finna bring your ass up there during her halftime performance. Okay, first of all, they have no collaborations. Sweetie has no music that has stuck to the goddamn wall since Best Friend with Doja Cat. So, however, I gotta give it to Sweetie though, because sis stays in her bag like the fries at the bottom. Do you hear me? She knows how to get a deal. She knows how to get an endorsement. And like I always say, I think that's her strong suit. I think that's where she excels. And I feel like she is a strategic businesswoman, but she falls flat when it comes to her music and her lyrical ability. So I think Sweetie should retire from rapping and focus on being a brand ambassador, an influencer, a marketing strategist. Hell, I feel like that's her strong suit. She's already doing that teaching course or business marketing thing she got going on, the course she's offering. So I feel like that's more up her alley. But by God, if she just chooses to stay rapping, I'm gonna need her to take her ass back to artist development boot camp because, bitch, I don't see the results from that materializing at all. But let me know your thoughts on that, and if you will be tuned in this Sunday to see her Super Bowl Roblox halftime performance. Now, the last topic that I want to get into is Jatavia's ass. So there is more fuel now being added to the rumors of there being some type of apparent strain between JT and Carisha. So Carisha's B-Day was this past weekend, and a lot of people noticed that Carisha posted flicks and pics with her bestie, but not JT. And JT also didn't post any flicks with Carisha. Now, JT did come out to say, well, you know, I was just enjoying the moment. I really wasn't there for show, to sum it up. Now, that really wouldn't have been a conversation if she wasn't posted up taking flicks with folks at the Rock Nation brunch that same weekend. Like, come on, JT. You was just at the Rock Nation brunch, posted up taking photos, but you didn't want to take no photos at Carisha's birthday party? And you didn't take no photos with the birthday girl? Okay, like, make it make sense. On top of that, JT has unfollowed the official City Girls page, which comes right after Carisha basically not publicly congratulating JT for becoming an official brand ambassador for the mega beauty line Kiss, which you can find in just about every Walmart, Target, Jenny's, Sally's, damn near every beauty supply store. So congratulations, by the way, to JT. That is huge and that is big. She's out here getting an endorsement, minding her business. And Carisha never even peeped the word about it, but she sure did congratulate LeBron James for scoring the most points because he made history over the weekend. So, you know, bitch probably ain't even spoke to this nigga before, but, you know, but once or twice, but want to congratulate him. Bitch, you won't congratulate your friend and your group mate for her achievements? Okay, when she just up there crying on your show about how she feel like she's not really doing anything, or people tell her she not feel like she really doing anything, but yet she out here getting endorsements and you can't, you know, publicly support that, but you can support a nigga you probably don't ever even talk to. So it definitely looks some type of way. But honestly, Carisha is just about done rapping, if you ask me. She got BMF, that acting gig on that little movie that she was in, You People. She got her own little show thanks to her sugar daddy Diddy. So I see Carisha is slowly phasing out of rap. Meanwhile, JT is still into the music. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the end of the City Girls by the end of this year. Okay, I feel like JT gonna be dropping solo music, and honestly, I feel like it's for the best. I'm more tuned in to JT's lyrics than I am for Carisha's. Not like she writes her shit anyway. I always felt like JT was more of the rapper of the group, whereas Carisha was doing it for the coin and to come up like Cardi. So her passion was never really there. Hence the reason I feel like Nicki put JT on the Queen's mix and put the shine on JT and shouted out JT on social media and chose to do that interview with JT. And on top of that, I feel like when you add in the fact that after all that, Nicki Minaj was really just mainly supporting JT, and she was getting a lot of support. JT was getting a lot of support from Nicki. So, and then on top of that, she got into it with Cardi on Twitter, and Carisha didn't even have JT's back. Like, bitch, ain't that your friend? All she said was what, LOL or LMAO or some shit like that. You can't publicly defend your friend from this lunatic. Like, you want Cardi on your show that bad that you can't stick up for your friend. So now some people feel like, you know, from what I've seen on social media, people felt like ever since that Cardi and JT spat, that JT done publicly, you know, kind of distanced herself from Carisha, at least on social media. And if you think about it, we really ain't really seen them out together like that as of late, unless they on some City Girl shit, okay, doing stuff as a group. So people feel like Carisha could potentially be jealous of JT because of the support she got and gets from Nicki, when Carisha don't get the same support, but last year was on Twitter begging for Nicki to unblock her. So, you know, let me know how you feel about it. What do you think is going on? But like I said, let me know your thoughts about that below. So remember, this is my commentary and opinion. Let me know yours below. I look forward to reading your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Lounge me on my socials at Southern T. That's with 2 A's at the end. I'll catch y'all in my next video.